You probably have something in your life that quietly makes you uncomfortable. A hobby you abandoned, a course you barely finished, a project you were excited about until you weren't. Every time you see it, there's a familiar feeling: guilt. Society has labels for this pattern: inconsistent, undisciplined, jack of all trades, master of none. The story is always the same. You start with intense interest. You learn fast. It feels like this time is different. Then the progress slows. The excitement fades. You quit. Eventually, the question turns inward. Why can't I stick to anything? But this isn't a character flaw. It's a brain pattern. People who struggle with this often have high curiosity and a strong drive for novelty. The issue isn't motivation. It's how the brain processes reward. When you start something new, learning is fast and stimulating. Your brain releases dopamine because progress comes easily. This is the novice high. But once the basics are understood, progress slows. You hit the plateau. For some brains, dopamine drops sharply here, not because the task is meaningless, but because the reward system was tuned to speed, not depth. This is where most people quit, not from laziness, but from dopamine withdrawal. The effort now feels heavier than the reward. What looks like lack of discipline is often a weak persistence circuit. Neuroscience shows that tenacity lives in a brain region called the anterior midcingulate cortex. Think of it as a muscle. It activates when you do something you don't want to do. If you avoid discomfort, the muscle weakens. Over time, even small resistance feels overwhelming. This isn't failure. It's undertraining. The solution isn't force. It's gradual load. Use the 15% rule. When you feel the urge to quit, don't stop immediately. Push just a little further. Read one more page. Practice 5 more minutes. That small act is the rep. Over time, the plateau becomes tolerable, not enjoyable, but survivable. A quick note for ADHD brains. If you have ADHD, pure willpower often backfires. You need external structure, timers, visual progress, body doubling, artificial rewards. Support the system instead of blaming yourself. Finally, boredom. Modern life floods the brain with stimulation. Compared to that, deep practice feels painfully slow. But boredom isn't a signal to stop. It's the entry point to real learning. Lower the noise. Remove distractions. Let the discomfort exist. That's where mastery begins. So here's the challenge. Pick one interest. Commit to it for 6 months. Not to become an expert, but to train persistence. Hit the plateau. Feel the resistance. Do the work anyway. Once you prove you can stay, your identity shifts. You were never broken. You were untrained, and that can be fixed.